Skewer, why not, right? But they better hope that this is the best that they can do and put together for each team, because this is game number 3 here.
Prepare for battle.
Winner moves on, loser gets knocked down to that loser's bracket, and you're going to have the tough task of battling through all the other lower bracket competitors to get another chance at moving forward towards Shanghai. Only the first place, or the team to come out on top, are going to get the guaranteed move into the LAN. The other two are going to have to battle through the Shanghai wildcard.
All right, well, in this Game 3 decider, we're going to see Alliance taking Game 2. Here in Game 3 on the Radiant side, it's going to be Loda on the Troll Warlord once more. We've got My Nuts on the Lion, and over in there, the top rune, it's going to be EGM or Potato on the Prophet. Pycat finally back, is here for Game 3 on the Storm Spirit, and Aki going to play the Abaddon. And that's the Alliance side.
Team Tinker on your Dire. You got Bulba here, crossing up and above on your Vengeful Spirit, actually stepping away from the Ogre role. Jason, or Arise, is going to be playing his signature Magnus here in the off lane. Mid lane, it's going to be Sing Sing. He's going to be playing the Brew. And along the top, we're going to have Leader of Tears, or Way Too Sexy. He's going to be playing your Ancient Apparition. And Koikfa, well-decorated anti-mage.
All right, well, top rune, a few heroes up here, but it looks like not going to see Alliance go for that rune. Loda's going to secure himself the bottom bounty rune with ease, so
the battle
one
begins.
Bounty rune apiece. I'm just so curious to see, like, Pycat has had no warm-up. He's just rocked up, jumps right into a Game 3 decider. Like, it's a risky move. Like, I definitely agree, it's like you'd rather have your main 5 for it, but he's had nothing to warm him up for this game.
It makes you almost wonder that maybe they should have also just considered rolling with Nikwa just for the 3rd game. Just, you know, he's warmed up and ready. He knows how the team is formulating.
Yeah,
maybe he needed the game 1 to shake off. Game number 2, he's feeling a bit better. And game number 3, probably would have still had his groove. But they're feeling the Pycat love here, and I mean, we'll see if he can come in strong.
Yeah, right off the bat, Pycat misses a Remnant last hit. I mean, it's a tiny little thing, but it's one of those things
you're
which is
right there on his shoulder.
Yeah, I'm here, Pycat. I'm watching. Every little mistake you make, I'm gonna tear you apart for
it. You better warm up, buddy.
He's got 3 of the 4 last hits. He's doing fine. We'll relax for now, but it's definitely it's just an interesting dynamic that you don't normally see, where you're getting thrown right into the game decide here. It is a double limp, so it's not like you're knocked out of the tournament should you lose this series, but we'll see how things go here for the 2 teams.
And Alliance going to be rolling with a 2-1-2 laning formation. So for the first game, we're not going to see EGM get bullied back. I mean, I say that, and he's already getting bullied back even with Ake nearby, but it's not going to be as easy to bully him back. He's got Ake here nearby as a babysitter on the bat.
I like the TP pickup for Aki as well. Like, if the supports, like, they may pretend to be kind of near the top lane, but they could go for a smoke mid. He's got a TP Aphotic Shield to maybe save someone like Pycat at mid.
Oh yeah, you see that Abaddon or Dazzle, those heroes, so important to make sure you have that TP. That is game changing for the most part. That will save potentially core or allies' life.
I think they're going to stick with what they've done most of the first 2 games, which is stack with one of their supports, zone out with the other. Normally we've seen Bulba on the Ogre just doing his zoning, but against a dual lane, this is not quite as effective, I feel. So we'll see how things pan out here. It's going to be a 2-minute rune coming up. Bulba wants to secure the top rune, which will be a bounty rune. Bottom rune,
set that tree out there and deny
Magnus.
it. Yeah, deny it.
Did not go for the deny.
This is walking it away. Should just
doesn't want to give away the money.
Oh, well.
It was like, oh no. It's way too with the easy 15 gold or whatever it may be.
Bottom lane, Arise is dancing around, contesting the pull through they have, and he has a DD, so even My Nuts is kind of like, I don't want to get too close to this guy. He might be able to dish out some serious right click if he wants it, but hey, Arise, he's finding some nice CS here to work with and soaking in that sweet
Take what you can get. You should get this range creep as well, so there's an offlaner. Like, you don't think of a DD room being able to help you out much in a like 1v2 scenario, but he's just fighting the support there during those pulls. Loda doesn't want to leave the lane, because if Loda leaves the lane, he misses CS, and he's not getting a kill with just 2 heroes, and a skewer escape for the Magnus.
Back on top, the Ake Potato duo here to get a nice little side pull to work with, try to get that Creeper Loop back towards their side. And
that denies a lot of XP too, a lot of farm and XP.
They'll be able to at least get their own wave right here and bring it right back towards the tower. So they're still finding their way, but look at this potential rotation coming in, or at least Way Too just kind of dancing about from behind him. I'm interested to see if they'll do his famous aggressive warding here in the near future, but they're going to smoke up for now.
Are they going bottom maybe for the... I think bottom lane Lion is the easiest kill for them. Pycat at mid is hard to kill because the Abaddon can TP him with the shield. And they can bait the Lion away from the tower. That's the key thing here, is his Lion is not next to his tower. And they're actually going to go in. So this is a nice little bait. Arise needs to get to his teammates and doesn't have any mana right now. They're going to stand up on my nuts here. They've got the follow-up Cold Feet. Not going to get the proc here, but 1 or 2 more right clicks. They get the first blood. Lion goes down. Abaddon TP'd it even, but he can't get the kill. Well, he's going to get a counter kill, but he could not save.
Here. He's going to get range for the coil. Oh, it's
just barely.
He does get it. Okay.
That's smart decision making from Tinker, because if you try to go on mid lane, the Storm's always by the tower, whereas Lion is so far from his tower, the TP from Abaddon doesn't save his teammate there, so they get first blood. It's a small win for Tinker.
Spawn, bounty at bottom. Sing's going to be able to grab that one up. And looked like the top one was grabbed up already. Must have been snagged up there from Pycat. Yeah, it was an illusion. He fouled it up, put it right back. And we're going to have a pause here. Looks like we need a second. Bit of lag spikes and hiccups throughout the series, but nothing that's been too serious.
All right. Well, hopefully, yeah, like you say, hopefully nothing too serious here in our game 3. Right after this, we'll be going into Na'Vi versus Power Rangers, and we've got 4 BO3s. This is an action-packed. I mean, all these qualifiers for America. We had like 4 BO3s in a day, and they're getting. I mean, the LAN finals begins in 3 weeks or something. So
it really just felt like this tournament came out
time.
of nowhere, and all of a sudden we're just like,
yeah,
you know,
it was. The first initial announcement was made maybe 6 weeks ago, but that was before anyone knew about the compendium or anything like that was going to be going on. And then suddenly it was just 2 weeks ago, bam, Valve style compendium with all the different levels and immortals, and it was like, whoa, this is a big deal all of a sudden. So we're seeing I guess the qualifiers getting out of the way here, but it's going to be like a mini TI with 16 teams at the LAN event in China. They're going to do like a group stage style thing at the hotel, and then I think it's the some Shanghai esports stadium being used for the main event, which is going to, I think, have something like a 12 to 13,000 seating capacity for the LAN finals.
Awesome. Looking forward to catching that, but here we are. It's the early makings of the European region here. We already saw Cloud9 make their way through the America division, and we're looking to get more teams to that docket here as Koikfa harasses EGM back and takes away all of his bits of mana, and he'll just kind of find his own way for now. Koikfa's top CS, he's 33-9, with right behind at about 27-3. So nice early laning phase coming out from Team Tinker, and they want to make a split half in mid lane. Pycat could be in trouble, but Ake's right there. He dishes out a nice little heal and shield, and it looks like Sing's not going to get the kill he wants, so the split not going to really meet the quota you want for that first kill takedown.
Yeah, I mean, bit of a, I guess that's a big, let's hope Abaddon isn't here and also doesn't have a TP, but he hit 6 before the Storm hit 6, and he thought he could maybe try sneak a cheeky little solo kill there, but not the case. So, the first Brewmaster ultimate split, I feel like that's not too important. Often you see Brew hit level 6 and just stay mid trying to just control the lane for a while anyway, so even though he doesn't have it for 100 seconds, it's not like there's openings on the map to use it, especially against an Abaddon. You go for ganks, and finding kills with the split is much harder against the Abaddon, I mean, as we just saw, so I don't feel like the ulti going on cooldown is a big deal for Tinker right now.
Yeah, and I feel like as far as how the next 10 minutes or so progress, you're going to see Pycat, now level 6, continue to build up those levels, grab a hold of what I imagine be the early makings of an Orchid if he decides to go down that road and really try to build up an early makings of a snowball, allow Alliance to start taking objective after objective in the towers and restricting the farm and taking that away from the AM, allowing him to get that big window of farm opportunity, and how Koikfa do what he did pretty much in game number 1 on the Medusa and get to that critical match point and just take over the game. Alliance, just based on lineup, looks like they want to get the job done sooner than later.
Oh yeah, I think we'll see them begin to pressure towers, or at least rotate around the map in the next kind of 5 minutes here. And Pycat just level 6, but he's going to have some pretty good rune control, and using the support like a Lion to get kills around runes or start ganking with him. They may even look to give Lion a lane to get his level 6 here, because without the Finger of Death, they are a bit lacking on the burst damage.
Yeah. Even like on the other side, you see like way too solar farm. He's only level 3, like 3.5. Definitely would love to get that Ice Blast underway. Certainly would help out his team. Loda's already knocking on the tier 1 down here. Some early licks in, but
Yeah.
Maybe
really, I think it was, you go back to game 1 where it was Tinker getting the early observer ward on the hill and really putting a lot of pressure on this tier 1 bottom tower. That's something maybe
they're
they
committing
consider
on
doing.
mid. Sixing wanted to hang around a bit. That prompted them to jump in. Plus with Potato TPing in, they're going to be fine. He even got the shield on the way out from Ake. Nice cute little play.
Nice little play there. Brewmaster did have the split. If he could get that off to save his life, it would have been worth it. So they timed the TP in with the pull and no chance for a primal split to be used. Unless he got some crazy evasion RNG.
Good pick and grab. Looks like Highcat is a bit more warm than we're anticipating. He's able to get that takedown on Sing in the mid lane, and he's going to be forced to rotate right back in. Arise is here, but not 6 yet. Wants to be able to get that RP underway and obviously build up the funds towards that Blink Dagger. He's going to go right for the jungle. Already got a couple of stacks here to work with, and we'll slowly wither them down and get closer to that bit of initiation that I'm sure Team Tinker would love to be able to put together.
Yeah. So bottom lane, it looks like Alliance will now start securing some towers. In the trees, and couldn't just come out here. The AA wasn't really there defending this, and no glyph available. This should be a tower going Loda's way.
It's the last hit right there. Pockets have changed, and he's going to go for what he did.
Aki at top though, he may be going down here. This Anti-Mage has got ultimate. He's pretty tanky here, and a TP in. Koikva, not enough damage from the Mana Void, and Ike gets the pull here. Koikva's going to have to blink out.
And he will, but that's not what Bulba can do. So Bulba without the blink will get caught out and taken down. Just not enough oomph to take down Ake with good rotation. Alliance instead of the ones that are finding a quick kill on the support. So take down little Bulba, yes.
Once Abaddon's out of mana, Anti-Mage isn't right-clicking very hard there, so not a big enough mana pool to do that much with the mana break. And they de-ward the lane ward too, so this makes it a bit harder for the Anti-Mage to get the farm he wants at the top lane safely. He's going to have to play a bit more cautiously, especially against the Storm Spirit Pycat. It looks... where is he going to head? Doesn't look like he's heading top right away. Doesn't have a TP right now.
Yeah, this is him. He's just going to go for kill after kill. I feel like that's we'll see.
Yeah. I think the Orchid timing can come more... like, I don't think they're in a rush to get the Orchid. I think it's more, let's get ourselves an early lead, and if you get a few kills along the way, having a 2 to 3 minute slower Orchid seems like a reasonable trade-off if you can actually get some momentum.
An EGM on the Nature's Prophet, he's going to go with a mech build here. So he got the couple of nulls for the bit of extra damage and mana pool when because he's clearly really getting involved with any sort of skirmish or defense. So the null build obviously makes a lot of sense. He's got huge right click here, but mech, you know, a bit off the beaten path, but
yeah, very off the beaten path. But I think it's quite nice here. He's got plenty of mana for it. Loda.
They split. They're going onto the stuns there, but he's able to waltz himself out and above. The shockwave not going to catch. He's still running. He's there though. Gives him a bit of the heal and the shield, but the stun was already there. And he's not going to catch. Loda ends up dropping it. Now they're thinking of making it go on Ake, but meanwhile, Pycat getting involved. Making it go on the rise. Can he top him? He can. Pycat, killing spree for him. Welcome back to the team.
Ooh, almost Loda with that Sanj, just that extra HP, making him so tanky there as well. I thought he was going to live for a second. Until that shockwave came in, he was just fine. Yeah. There was about to be some more support coming out of Aki from the shield and the miscall, just a bit on cooldown, but yeah, Tinker committed a lot for that, and they just get the 1-for-1 trade.
Not sure about the time, but it looked like if the shield came a second later after the rock connected,
yeah,
would have been maybe a bit better off. Well, they still come out big there.
It is still space for Anti-Mage, I guess, which is always Tinker. It's like, if you're going to commit 4 heroes for 1 kill, as long as Anti-Mage is free farming in some other lane and not getting zoned out, you're kind of okay with that trade. That's at least like the general kind of 4 protect 1 strategy they've got going.
Alliance, or at least if you're an Alliance fan, you know, you're hoping that they learn their lesson from game 1 and they know they can't allow Koikva to really get all that bits of free.
They're looking for an AM kill though. They've got the Storm Lion with a finger, but seems AM seems somewhat wary of this. He's going for a pull rather than farming the lane, just because he sees Storm missing. He's like, I'm going to die to a finger plus a Storm with zip in, so let's farm the jungle.
It's a lot to worry about. I mean, you got that, plus you have the EGM, Nature's Prophet, constant like worry out there in the air as far as being able to quickly rotate in. It may just like one person, but with him being able to come in, you could have your hands full pretty damn quick. Now mid lane Alliance, siege on forward, begin their assault onto this tier 1 tower. We'll see see if Tinker put up any sort of defense. Sing is nearby. He still needs 15 seconds though before the split's going to be at the ready. But they continue to siege it on home here.
Yeah, looking for the trade at top. Anti-Mage, 50 gold from Battle Fury. Not that he's waiting for Battle Fury to come find and defend. He's just going to be looking to split push a bit harder with this and take what he can elsewhere on the map. So at this point, Tinker just have to keep giving up these tier 1s. If Alliance are going to commit 3 to 4 heroes to push, there's not really much they can do to defend until maybe like a blink on the Magnus combined with Sing Sing's Brewmaster blink.
Koifa for the first time this game, he's going to divert away from the top lane and head towards the bottom where there's plenty more space to work with here. So he'll find that farm there. Alliance, they'll make do with what they got in the top lane.
Middle lane, they've got the skewer back. Loda gets caught out now. The shield comes with the stun after, so he still gets hit by this one. Sing Sing doesn't have mana for the ult. He's trying to bottle up, and I think he may be able to get the ultimate off with some bottle charges. Anti-Mage comes in, looks for the mana void. Loda still alive, gets shielded up again. Koifa doesn't have his battle fury. It's still in the Curry. It's going to be forced back. Now gets delivered. In the mid lane, it's Prophet trading his life, well, for the life of the Vengeful Spirit. Looking for a turn killer's Mind Nuts, and he'll get it with the help of Storm Spirit. Finger of Death used as well. Sing Sing now, Brewmaster ultimate. Did not have the mana for it, went for another clap instead, and 2-for-1 trade on the mid lane. 3-for-1 trade in the mid lane, in fact, as Alliance going to be happy with that one. Loda staying alive for a long, long time with Elbiaki's Abaddon.
The later showing from both Mind Nuts on the line and, of course, Pycat's Storm Spirit seems to work out for the benefit. It was a long-winded fight, so it worked for them to being able to rotate over and certainly make the best out of that situation. Now, maybe putting their attention towards the bottom, or Pycat rather, saving up a bit of mana. He was considering maybe a jump in, but Koifa playing it extra safe.
Koifa's been in these kind of awkward positions where like these fights break out. Like the plan is definitely not to include him in fights, but they break out so close to him, and he's like, I'm right by this fight, I've got mana void. Like he probably feels like he's not really farming because there's heroes fighting near him. So he comes to these fights, but he just doesn't really do all that much. Doesn't even have the treads and didn't even have the battle fury. He was fighting with just Perseverance Brown Boots, so couldn't really do all that much to take on Loda. But it's just been very awkward more than anything, where the fights keep coming around him, and that's just good play from Alliance, just keeping this anti-mage kind of forced to make this decision between ditching his teammates or just joining a fight where he can't really offer too much.
Looks like EGM has finished that mechanism on his Nature's Prophet, so he does look to get involved with these fights. Now he has that little bit of extra sustain to add to his allies, so yep. I'm very intrigued to see how he's going to be able to put this to use with his team. Certainly the extra bit of heal with him and Ake being on their side, they have huge sustain power, so with a team that's potentially looking to do big sieges, it certainly helps.
Yeah, I think he did have it that fight. Maybe some. I didn't follow him in the fight. I was following Loda, but that would have kept him alive a lot longer and forced Tinker to maybe overcommit for it. That's where Brewmaster used a second clap, didn't end up having mana for the primal split, and Sing Sing couldn't really offer enough that fight.
Probably right. I think I was getting caught up watching the rotation coming in from the Swarm and Line thing where they were going to interject, but yeah, we'll see as Koifa getting aided here. They're trying to let him go out far on the leash and maybe even bait him. Potential opportunity.
Got a nice Ancient stack there for him, but he's going to need some help. He's going to need Wave of Terror. He's going to need probably Treads, maybe even a bit more than that, because those Ancients will do a lot of damage to him.
Sage now complete on Loda's Troll, and Rise still continuing to try to farm up. They're allowing him to get this farm. He's really close to this Blink Dagger, but still needs about 200 more gold to even get it.
Yeah. I think bait the Anti-Mage will be the plan to some extent, because this Storm Orchid is going to have a big window where Anti-Mage doesn't have Manta Style. Anti-Mage is not going to be able to go for the Vlads. He's just going to go straight for the Manta at this point, but he's only just going to start working on it now.
Mind Nuts getting the Blink Dagger before the Magnus. Shows the promising early game here for the Little Lion. Or the more selfless play, I guess, coming out from Ake to be the ward guy, I guess.
TP top, zip in, not going to succeed. The lane ward, scouting that one out. This lane ward has paid for itself, although it should be very obvious to Alliance, because Sing Sing blink dodged that gank like from out of nowhere, so it should be pretty clear it's warded there, and we'll see maybe a D-ward come out from Alliance, but now they're just looking to keep pressure up. They've got Blink on My Nuts as well. And with a Lion Blink, a Storm Zip in, there is a lot to catch out for Koifa's Anti-Mage.
Gotta give props to Waytu and his warding, man. Been a bit aggressive and deep, but with the spots they found, certainly been very, very helpful. So, catch out rotations, multiple smokes like in the previous game, and opportunities to make dives on these towers. Now, looks like Alliance potentially rotating towards this top lane. We're seeing his camp behind the tower. He just reached his level 11, so he's got level 2 split. But he's going to TP on out, not looking to look at any sort of relative defense. And maybe Alliance now with those trees spawned out from Mr. Potato here. They're going to go right for
they want to go like a smoke for Roshan, it feels like. They've got this smoke on ball, but they've gone for a medallion on the bench too, which, I mean, you do normally go like on a Venge, especially for a Roche lineup, and this isn't a typical like Roche carry, but Anti-Mage, even without a Vlad, may go for Roshan with Sing being the one to maybe tank it up. But Quick right now, a bit low on HP. But max wave of Terra plus Medallion. He's not level 7 yet, so maybe wait for the level 7 Venge. But definitely feels like they're trying to sneak a Roshan to help them out this game.
Yeah. EDM rotates. Alliance, after taking that tier 1, have already hightailed it here towards this bottom lane, and they might cross paths. Way 2 drops the ward. Yeah. We'll scout
I think it's a really good move for Alliance to try like 5-man take Roshan, because if they spotted, they should have spotted this medallion on the Venge and know that Tinker, if you go for a push top, Tinker will trade that tier 2 top tower for Roshan. So I think Alliance themselves want to just 5-man push up bottom to take Roshan, force Tinker to come to them.
Yeah, they also have to anticipate right now that Arise has to have his Blink Dagger on his Magnus. I don't know if he's revealed himself yet to Alliance having the Blink, but I would imagine by now, after 20 minutes, that they have to know he's probably going to be waiting in the wings at some point with a big jump in play at RP. So something to just kind of be wary of. But Tinker still find their space here. Even though Pycat did find a lot of kills there, he's level 12, he's 5-0. He has a regen filed up. Have to wait to see when he tries to go for his next assault.
Alright, here's the Roshan, and not much Tinker can really do. They're completely on the other side of the map, and I think putting it just on the Storm Spirit, if he can have an Aegis and be the one kind of going and using mana, it's a pretty good position for Alliance.
They do scout the big icon will connect.
It's going to scare him off, it looks like. They'll see 4 to 5 heroes top, and then they're fine. It's more if they just somehow freak themselves out and think that Tinker is that's not the case.
Grab it up. It's going to be Pycat who does pocket that Aegis. So your Storm spreads out. You can see the rotation here. Lion's already on the scene, and I'm going to need to answer my door real quick, guys. I'll be right back.
Alright, nice little Talon Knife from Mindnuts, and there's a different from Pycat. Easy catch off the Ancient Apparition. As he's looking for more. He's got the Aegis. Doesn't mind using up all his mana for this engaged ball. We're going to get hit by the slow. It's going to be a second easy kill here. Looking for the neutral 9. Not going to find it. And the Rise just to keep me out from the Magnus. 2-0. They commit all the Storm's mana pool here, but that's, well worth it. And they're going to follow this up with a tier 2 top tower. Nothing they can really do except hope to split push some of these other lanes here. Quakefor immediately heads down bottom, blinking forward. He's going to look to just, I mean, it's still a full HP tier 1 tower, and Alliance are going to get this tier 2 top before Quakefor even starts making dents in this tier 1, it feels like. For Alliance, they're just going from objective to objective right now. So if Anti-Mage isn't careful, there's 3 or 4 pushing top, they're going to get the turn RP onto EGM. He's still got mech and he's holding onto it. The Brewmaster split's been used. He can't use some extra PI buff. Now he can. Doesn't have the mana for it though. Went for a Sprout instead, and will get picked off here. The Lion also dying earlier in the fight. Nice use of the Brewmaster split. Pycat now going to catch up Quakefor. Gets him with the silence here. Will ball on top, and is there enough damage for this one? He's got only 1 point in the Expel Shield and will end up dying. So Pycat finds a big kill on the Anti-Mage, who's kind of, it feels like to some extent it's the one last hope for Tinker. This is a full protect 1, and when that 1 is not being protected, does not have the space to push out lanes, you're in trouble.
Oh yeah, so they come back, and it looks like Alliance lose 2, but Pycat grabbing Anti-Mage right there certainly makes things a lot better for him. And he's now 7-0, still has Aegis, near 3k. I wonder if he's going to go for a Bloodstone here. Yeah, he probably will. Yeah, he already has a Soul Ring.
Easy Bloodstone game, surely. Yeah, he's got the recipe.
Big grab, so that certainly adding on top. He continues to get these pickoffs, these kills. And Pycat, man, questioned his warm-up factor. I think he's good to go, man. He's putting on a pretty nice Storm Spirit game here.
He's, more than good to go this game. Everyone on the Alliance side is looking pretty sharp this game. And
I think they're like, I think we made a good choice to bring him in and make sure it's all good.
Well, Alliance looking like they want to advance to that winner bracket semi-finals, where they will await the winner of Na'Vi and Power Rangers. Possible Na'Vi Alliance, not the Na'Vi Alliance matchups we're used to, but we could be seeing that in that winner bracket semi-final matchup here at the Dota 2 Asia Championship. But now they've got to get through Tinker here in this game 3 decided.
You have to battle the way through Tinker, and
Yep.
Tinker is a team that can be very, very crafty. Koikfa, man. He's a player right now, and looking to put the team on his back with his anti-mage. If he does find the time to farm up, could be just like a repeat of game number 1, where eventually you're just like, this guy is just too beastly for us. Now, anti-mage, I don't know, at least in my personal opinion, you know, not as devastating 6-slot as Medusa could be, but certainly we'll see what the KG's jump in though, coming nice. 2-man tail coming up from my nuts and the finger. They wipe out 2 in the blink of an eye. And immediately they follow through with the objective going right for this tier 2. Alliance.
And no buyback quick. They may go high ground off of this. And they will go high ground off of this. There's no questions asked from the Alliance side.
Here we go, boys. High ground. And Loda, 10 more seconds, he'll have that troll ult at the ready. No whip. Now you got your tree
splitting really nicely for the Ice Blast. They both have 2 or 3 still. But yeah, there we go. They've got Battle Trance. They may take these racks. No clip available. This is just a straight up rack. Anti-Mage just can't fight right now. He's not late. Quick, not TPing as nothing can do.
Oh man, this is not the stall-out back that they wanted, but there is an RP, a skewer back onto 2 with the shockwave, but there's that peck coming out, and it's very nice heal. And oh, Mana Void coming in, not going to be enough still to take out EGM. He's self-surprised trying to TP, but nope, you're not going anywhere. The Thunderclap dropped right on his head, and now the rest of the line scrambling to get away from this one. Maybe they're considering turning back to swap forward. Mycat could be in trouble. He has a big bounty on his head if they can take him down, but no, they can't. He's sitting back and forth, gets the kill. EGM buys back after being taken down. Courier's in there somehow, some way, and it also goes down. It's 4 down for only the EGM drop, and I think Alliance are going to seal this best of 3 now.
Yeah, I think they maybe look to head up top. Battle Trance up in 10 seconds time. That's going to give them a big oomph to their little push power. A point for 1 silence is going to end his fun at top lane. Storm Spirit doesn't have too much mana though. Couldn't go for a long range zip of any kind. And well, Loda going to just back off, get his BKB. I think the Aegis is going to expire. Yeah, Aegis is about to expire. So Storm's going to get healed up here, but it does mean no Aegis available. And importantly, Manta Style complete for Koikfa. He can at least fight a little bit better now. He doesn't get completely destroyed by the silence from Storm, but there's so much additional lockdown. You've got Lime with Hex, with AoE Pale, a lot of right-click damage coming out as well from Prophet, from Troll. This is just a tough game to be an anti-mage.
Yeah, Pycat he got his Bloodstone now. He's got it up to 12 charges and 1,800 gold. Longest jump ever, Michael Jordan from the free throw line. Trying to go for Koikfa. Well, Koikfa does manage to pop out.
He falls short.
Manta, already paying for itself. Does live and makes it out.
Oh man, that was... I thought he had that. My nuts
so
following him up with the blink in for the additional lockdown, but couldn't quite get him.
Yeah, that would be devastating there. He would have no buyback and could have just continued to siege forward, but they will live on. And maybe this is going to be a stall out period for Alliance. They can play it a bit slow. And Tinker need to know that the next Roche is definitely got to be on the agenda here for Alliance. And what do you do at that point? Do you look to try to interject and take a fight there, or do you just continue to stall until Koikfa can put together maybe another item
Blinked in?
Well,
Koikfa could be in trouble.
Right next, he blinked next to Loda. Maybe
yeah, he's got a Mantis, so you know, he's alright. But
okay. Oh, EGM though moves in.
Where's that Storm at? Storm's nowhere near. And
now
backup is coming for Tinker. They're looking to punish this one, and Prophet definitely looking dead here. And looking for that 2-hero RP. They're go back, get the RP onto 2. Nicely played by Tinker here. Looking to find a way back into this game. Here comes the Storm. Long range zip from downtown. Gets the anti-mage. Now he goes onto the Arise Magnus. Gets thrown up in the air by a nice Brewmaster Cyclone. Only the Prophet dead on the Alliance side. Loda still fighting. Everyone being kept alive by Aki, and this looks really bad to see.
Here we go, pulled in and get ready to meet your maker.
Hasta la vista. Bottom lane, meanwhile, my nuts going for the solo tier 2 tower push. He says, "I'm the rat. I'm going to be the bulldog replacement today on my lion."
Holy moly here! So another takedown. 26 minutes in, 19-7 at this point. Pycat continues to bring the kills now beyond godlike 15 charges for him and 3.2k. Just really building up a nice snowball. Tinker trying to put up a formidable defense. They've already lost their mid set of racks. Now the top one under contention here.
This is looking really bad for Tinker. A 15,000 net worth lead. That pretty much says it all. That's just, and it's still just the start of Tinker's problems. They're down to racks, they've got no way to really fight or defend. They're way too ultimate dependent as well. Whenever, like, if Brewmaster split RP is on cooldown, they can't take a fight. And if, for whatever reason, ever one of those spells isn't used, like, in a team fight to get 1 to 2 kills or to, like, basically trade evenly or win a team fight, if they blow an ultimate, they just lose another lane of rack. So they have to play perfectly from here on out just to stand, just to have a maybe 10% chance or something right now. The slightest mistake and they're just done for.
Yeah, if they already weren't pressured enough and on nerves, they cannot make any crucial errors at this point. One more bad team fight.
Yep.
It's a wrap. So at this point, you got to stay buddy-buddy system here. Top lane, they had a nice start, but just couldn't wrap it up quick enough. And ultimately, it led to PyCat being able to interject. Hopefully, you're a Tinker fan, they can formulate a good game plan here to try to slowly bring this game back. It's all Alliance. It's their game to lose, it looks like at this point. They want to slow play it, grab a Roche and Aegis and kind of secure it. That seems to be what, you know, would be the best bet for them.
Yeah. It's hard. I feel like there's just a lot of items Koikfa needs before it can fight too well. It's just, Anti-Mage also doesn't match up against Troll. You kind of need MKB for the Whirling Axe mischance, and you want like Bashing, Butterfly for the evasion. There's too many underneath. Finger of Death bottom lane. Sing Sing's the target here, but he gets swapped out by Bulba. It's going to be Bulba going down instead, which, while not ideal, you do keep your Brew alive. You get the negative damage aura onto the Alliance side. And Alliance will just fall back. Looks like they're going to just chill it out and just wait for that Roshan to respawn.
Yeah. Good grab. Had it been something a little more high priority, like Sing, like Work or whatever, then yeah, the siege would have been on. They'll take what they can. They'll get their little picks here and there, maybe an extra charge, and just stall it out. Wait it about. They always have the little Treant usually scouting out the Roche. Now Ake is going to be the Treant. Walk in and wait, but a few more seconds. They'll be at the going, and what do you do, man? If you're Tinker, do you think it's on them to maybe put up a counter, hope for a big RP counter Roche play, or just hope that by the time they come and knocking at the door, you have something to contest?
I don't know. I think contesting Roshan is really tricky. I think what you want, like finding a pickup elsewhere on the map, like the proper, currently alone top, not for any longer. It's so hard to go in. Like PyCat gets the flying vision from the remnants, and they're gonna de-ward a little bit here and do what they can. This isn't just not gonna work. It's too late to the pit. Yeah.
Coming now. Not gonna throw in the ice pass and scout it out. Instead just throws down the ward, and that's a bad choice because look, PyCat makes the long jump in. He's actually going for Sing Sing though, but here comes EGM. They don't quite lock him down enough, and on the left-hand side, you can see My Nuts slapped apart right there. Koikfa gets a quick pick, and now they have to step back. Yeah,
at this point, Tinker just looking for whatever pick-offs and quick kills they can. Get a quick kill and then back off is generally attack. Now they're looking for a quick kill onto the Nature's Prophets that not easy with the Avalon.
Alright, now
we'll go Loda with a BKB. He's looking for Jason. Arises Mag will get himself out of there, and it's kind of a regroup right now and just kind of get away from the Brewmaster ultimate, wait for it to wear off.
Got a Cyclone here on Pi. They have the lockdown. Or he fakes out with the RP1. He just jumps all over the place. Roll coming from behind, takes down. Wave 2. Reverse, and oh! Big Man of Void will take down the Aegis. We'll see if he goes for the secondary jump in at this point. There it is. Long jump forward, but not going to be able to catch up. Trying to catch out. The TP there on the side.
Smart TP out. He got the, after the Mana Void, he immediately blinked to trees and TP'd home. He's like, look. That's all I can do right now. I don't have a Manta style. If I wait around for the Storm to respawn, I'm definitely dead and things are all over. But he's got BKB now, and this is the last team fight for Tinker, it feels like. They've got to find a way to hold here. The Empower Anti-Mage with BKB has got to get some kills and get kills fast.
Nice RP setup.
They've got an RP.
We're waiting
for Alliance, it's just stay split up. Do not get caught in a... Even a 2-hero RP is not really what you want, but 3-hero RP will be especially bad with the cleaving anti-mage.
This will deny there for Sing, but at this point, the tower's down, the Raxes are exposed. And Alliance continue to see. Aegis had already been taken down on PyCat. There's no split on Sing Sing here. We'll see if Alliance can make the best of this. Still keeping in decent formation, not trying to get too close together for Arise to get an early, easy setup.
Yep.
Looks like just very slow play coming out from Alliance.
Yeah, at most it's like there's like a 2-hero RP available at most at all times, it feels like. So unless Tinker can kind of like bait the line to kind of semi-initiate in and group up, it's going to be really tricky on the show.
Big caught, but the swap comes out from Bulba. Cat continues assault onto Sing, but instead will now change his attention towards Bulba and takes down
Great discipline as well. They only let the Storm finish off those kills. They're not going to send anyone else in, otherwise they group up for an RP. Koikba now in trouble. Forstaff is knocking into the high ground. He BKBs. That's a defensive BKB though. That is not what you want to see if you're Tinker. The 10-second BKB being used, and here goes Storm onto the high ground. Gets RP, get mana voided too. He does go down. That's a beyond godlike streak. A lot of money for the mag himself. Insta respawn though with the Bloodstone charges, and here comes round 2 for Alliance. I think this is going to be top lane of Rax. Even though you get a huge kill in the Storm, you've suddenly got no split, no RP, and no anti-mage BKB. This is top lane gone.
Only sacrificed the perfect record that Cat has been sporting at the victory of being able to push out this top lane and potentially clean out this series. I think is well worth it. So Loda begins on load, and there we go. Skewer back, of course, with no RP. He has to be forced forward. Next up, it will be fine. Meanwhile, Vortex, they're making it go on Koikba here. Big stop out that BKB. Oh, so low. Does live and puts himself back without the heal on up. EGM waltzes himself out. Still everyone alive here. They do manage to drop down that secondary Rax, and a job well done here for Alliance. They walk out now. 2 sets of Raxes down. Only one last leg here for Team Tinker.
And those kind of fights, Pika, he'll take the kills if he gets them, but his job is to just keep the anti-mage away while the Troll Prophet focus down the Rax. Pika isn't really needed for his right-click damage to get the Rax. He's just zipping in, and he doesn't want people zipping in with him, because they zip in with him. That's when you group up for these RPs. That's when things go wrong. A solo RP Mana Void just for a Storm Spirit who had Bloodstone charges for the insta respawn. You lose another lane, and Tinker now, well, back against the wall. They are more or less out of options, it feels like.
We'll see here. What is the last hurrah here for Team Tinker? I mean, if Alliance really want to play it safe, they could just wait out for Roche once more and then make the final hurrah. But it's a last stand here for Team Tinker.
Yeah. Tinker's late game is just so mediocre as well. Like, they've gone all in for the Brewmaster already has fallen off a huge amount. Magnus is is a good late game hero, but Antimage is not that fantastic of a late gamer as far as being like in a late game versus late game scenario against 2 to 3 cores. This hero kind of shines when he's accelerating his farm above your opponent's carry heroes, which he hasn't done, and playing from behind as an anti-mage, he's just not going to match up against Troll, Storm, or even like the Nature's Prophet when Prophet gets a Hex.
Koikba steps back to the top lane to farm it on up. The rest of the team there to follow here, but now Alliance on the move. Smoked up. No, not smoked up. Just invis nuts here. Just gonna look to see if just got anything out.
Almost found the Magnus.
But they are forced corralled back into their own base. Alliance, the shepherds, if you will, keeping them inside the gate line. Not allowing them to get out too far.
Well, there's a Brew BKB, but doesn't feel like it's going to be the game changer this coming fight. Sing would love to hit that level 16 at least, just to get that little bit of extra firepower in this upcoming fight with the ultimate. But I mean, from Alliance's point of view, if they want to slow roll it, they can wait for the Roshan. It's still at least 2 minutes before it's coming up, but a 4-rax advantage. You've got the better late game. I mean, from Tinker's point of view, a win can only really come from an Alliance mess up, an Alliance throw.
That's like, Alliance just go for the final rax. They throw their bodies in there, not really organizing anything they drop. Still would probably take another 3 big team fights, I'd say, for Team Tinker to really be on par. I mean, Koikba would be able to quickly throw together items, but you need your whole support staff and everyone behind you to also be on that level. I don't know, you're already down so much.
He's just... yeah, he's never going to be in really good fighting shape. Troll's already built towards the MKB, so no real option to go Butterfly. He's not going Butterfly anyway, he's going to go Basher, but... Abyssal Blade would be nice, so we could actually jump someone like the Storm, try Abyssal and burst him down with the Manta plus Mana Void, but that's a big ask when you're up against an Abaddon, and there is some support coming from the like the Lion and the Troll as well.
Tinker feels like fourth quarter, down 30 points, but there's only a minute left on the clock, and I don't care what team sport you like, that's grim. It is very slim chances. Football, basketball, you're down that much with little time. It's going to take one hell of a miracle to really get back into this one.
If that's soccer, you're definitely screwed.
Yeah, soccer, you're out for good. Hockey, no, don't even think about it. Yeah, it's probably a world record to begin with, but yeah, we'll see though. Tinker never say die at this point. They've thrown together a new roster featuring Way2 and Arise, and they've had some big plays. And they took down Alliance in game number 1, but ever since then, Alliance has been able to shake it off. Came back in game number 2 and 3. They got Pycat, and we were wondering if he was going to be ready to play. And he is 13-1 in the Storm Spirit. Certainly was ready to play and put on a clinic of a performance here with his Storm Spirit. So Alliance getting ready to advance themselves forward through the upper bracket. Tinker, though, they will not be eliminated if they do lose this game. They certainly like to hope to stay in the upper bracket if possible, if there is a way.
Oh, a very... Actually, no, this isn't the Rosh... Is this the Roshan respawn? Yeah, this is a really fast Roshan respawn. This was like a 30-second Roshan respawn, if that. Which probably works in Alliance's favor, because they're just weighing on this Aegis as well as Cheese this time around. Yeah, this is a third Rosh, so... We'll see Aki poke his head in. No, not going to check just yet. But this is bad. Mid lane. Yeah. There's Hex. No evasion for you. Oh, the RP 60. This one, he gets swapped back into it. He gets off the split though. That swap almost works against him here. It's EGM who's now the target of the Brewmaster split. Will die to the Shadow. Abaddon maybe next in the firing line. He has got ultimate, so maybe not the best target. It's the anti-mage finding the Troll Warlord. They lose the Anti-Apparition in the process here. They don't really have any answers left for the Storm Strip with no RP, no split, no Anti-Mage Mana Void. This Storm Strip may just clean up. DD Rune on Pycat as well. You expect to see probably 2-3 more kills out of this guy. He goes to the high ground, will bring down the Anti-Mage to get things started, and now it's a Rise on the Magnet. Will skewer to the high ground. Pycat will chase him. It's a triple kill. DD and DD Storm Spirit, just no answer right now.
I think this is it. I mean, they're going to make a go Rise and Koi both have to dip into their buyback piggy bank. It actually forces Alliance to step back. They don't want to risk anything here.
Yeah, I mean, that went so badly for Alliance, but they still end up, I would say, kind of getting more out of the fight, just with Storm getting a triple kill combined with the damage to the tier 3 tower. They're going to buy back, one, contest Roshan, and two, just kind of look to end the game while the dire buybacks are on cooldown, since Anti-Mage and Magnus both bought back. And if Tinker got Aegis cheese off of that, it would be probably worth it, but the fact they're just defending now, and not even getting farm because of the buyback penalty, this is really bad for Tinker. I mean, it has been. They're in the same spot they've been in for the last 25 minutes.
Yeah. Also just playing it very smart. It's a big tournament, lots of money on the line. You really want to make sure that if you got secured wins, you want it to be. Well, they absolutely manhandle that Roche. It's going to be the third straight Aegis here picked up for Pycat on the Storm.
Well, Storm now gets a second Hex on the side of Alliance, and if Anti-Mage was having a rough time before, it's going to get even worse here. Positioned around this hill, there is dire vision as well. No radiant vision on the other side here. Sing Sing, actually ball in, Pycat. Maybe realizing something fishy is going on. Looking for an RP, he's not going to use it just yet. An hour Rise will get focused down. No buyback available. Venge also dead. And we're going to beat KB and get manhandled by the Loda Troll Warlord. 3 dead. It's GG. Alliance going to take this series 2 games to 1.
Big props to them for coming in with their new squad lineup. Not the Alliance of old, but the Alliance of new. Pretty dang good. They take out Tinker 2-1. Tinker will now be going down to the lower bracket. They will face, I believe it's the loser of our next series, but they will still have another chance to fight back with also their new lineup. And, well, looks like EGM and Pycat are both going to take it right to their former teammates.
Yeah, well, we're behind schedule, so I'm not going to say too much more. We've got Na'Vi versus Power Rangers coming up